One good thing about mystery novels, the bad guy almost always gets caught. Hello and welcome to Novel Narratives. On this week's show, we will be reviewing Nemesis. Nemesis was published in 1971, is by Agatha Christie, and features one of her most famous detectives, Miss Jane Marple. In this book, Miss Marple receives a letter from an old friend she met on a trip once. Now, this friend has recently died, and this letter was given to her after he died. The letter says that a crime has been committed, and this friend wants Miss Marple to solve the mystery. Unfortunately, Miss Marple doesn't really get any more clues out of that, except to go on this one trip that the writer of the letter had provided. Using that, Miss Marple is able to go on the trip and figure out the mystery and rightfully point to who actually committed the murder. I admit, I am a fan of Agatha Christie's, but this is not my favorite Agatha Christie book. One thing I always liked about Agatha Christie's books was that there was always at least be two murders in the book. One of them would be in the beginning, and then another would happen later on. This case, however, there's really only one murder that takes place in the book. The other one, I think, happens in the past. And that's another problem I had. The plot seemed kind of disjointed, and it's just something about it didn't ring right with me. There were a couple of good things, though. For one thing, since this is an Agatha Christie mystery, you can actually follow along and essentially help catch the crook with Miss Marple as she's figuring out the clues. Also, at the end of the book, it does provide a satisfactory conclusion in that the right person actually gets convicted with the crime. However, I really can't give it a full rating. I'd personally have to give it only 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was only okay. So that's about all for this week. If you've actually read the book, please let me know what you think in comments below. Next week, we'll be reviewing John Green's Paper Towns. But that's about all we have time for this week. Keep reading, and I'll see you next week.